Hello and welcome to another mini course presented by the Center for Teaching Excellence. Today we're going to take a look at how to utilize one of my favorite websites, the YouTube Audio Library. The YouTube Audio Library has a huge amount of videos that you can use for your courses and in presentations. First off, we need to navigate to youtube.com/audio library. Don't worry about this bit at the end, it will come up automatically. Once there, you can choose to sort your audio by genre, mood, instrument, duration, and attribution. Attribution is important because some videos do require you to mention the creator in the description of the video. If you don't want to worry about this, select Attribution Not Required. If you would like to preview the audio, simply select the play button on the left-hand side. The play button also works as a pause button, and when you're playing, you can also slide the timeline to hear different parts of the song. Once you find a file that you like, you can right-click the download arrow on the right-hand side and select Save Link As. This will save a copy of the file that you can use in Premiere. Now we can import the file into Premiere. If you haven't watched the mini course on how to use Premiere yet, go back, watch it, and then return to this mini course. Here in Premiere you can see that I've finished my video, everything's edited together, and I'm ready to put in my audio. So to do that, all I have to do is go into File, Import, navigate into the folder where my audio lives, click the audio file, select Open. Just as before, I'm going to take my audio file and drag it into my timeline. And here we can see another audio file. So we have A1 for my voice and A2 for the background music. Now the first thing I want to do is I'm going to zoom out using the bar at the bottom, and I want to make that audio track the same length as my video. So I'm going to click the end of it and simply drag it over until it's the same length as my video. Now I know that my audio track won't be going on past my video track. The next thing I want to do is make sure that my audio doesn't overpower my video. So now I'm going to use that same line and I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to go over to the start of my video and I'm going to scrub my playhead right here to where I began talking. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to create a keyframe right before I start talking. So I'm going to click on my audio file. Then up here in Effects Controls, I am going to turn my volume down to -20. And I've found that most YouTube audio, to go along with your voiceover, needs to be at a -20 or a -25. Now, with this, if I scrub my playhead back and forth, we can see that that audio is staying at the same level. Well, right here at the title, I am not talking, there's nothing going on, so we could have our audio be a little bit louder. So I'm going to scrub my playhead closer to the start of where I start talking. I'm going to go back up here to my level, and I'm going to make this 0 and push return, which makes a second keyframe. So now we can hear both the background audio and my voice. Alright, let's practice that one more time with the fade out on the audio. I'm just going to scroll over here to the end of my video, and I already have some keyframes in here. If I click on my video, we can see those keyframes for when my video starts fading out. Now here's a really cool trick. I can mirror those keyframes. So if I look at where my keyframe is, I'm going to scrub my playhead over to be right on top of the keyframe. Then I'm going to click on my background audio track. I'm going to click Add Keyframe. Now, with this, by adding a keyframe, it adds another keyframe that is specifically -20 decibels. And that way our audio is the same across the entirety of the video piece. It doesn't go up, it doesn't go down, it stays the same the entire time of the voiceover. Then I'm going to click back on my video, scrub my playhead over to the end where you can see it's faded out, go back to my audio, and I'm going to drag this way down to minus 287.5 decibels, which is the number that Premiere uses for the absolute bottom of volume.
Now we have some lovely background music for our video. This takes your video from something that sounds a little amateurish to something that sounds professional. That's it for this series. Remember, if you need any help, feel free to drop by the Center for Teaching Excellence.